Welcome to Tell Me the History, where today we're diving into the unexpected impacts of historical events and how they continue to shape our modern world. It's easy to think of history as merely dates and names, but the past weaves a web of influence that reaches far into our present. Imagine a world without the internet, or even the simple potato chip. These everyday aspects of our lives have surprising origins rooted deep in history. Today, we'll uncover stories that reveal how small events rippled into colossal shifts. From inventions that were accidents to decisions made in faraway lands that affect us today, the threads of history are intricate and often surprising. Speaking of surprising origins, did you know that bubble wrap was originally intended to be wallpaper? Yes, sometimes history has a way of making twists that are simply too intriguing to ignore. As we journey through these stories, think about how these events have shaped the world you're familiar with. And of course, feel free to comment below on which story you find the most surprising. Let's unravel some history. Did you know that some of our most beloved innovations were created by accident? Take the microwave oven, for instance. It was Percy Spencer, an engineer working on radar technology during World War II, who noticed a chocolate bar melting in his pocket due to the microwave radiation. This serendipitous observation led to the development of the microwave, transforming how we cook and heat food forever. Then, there's the humble potato chip, a staple snack in many households. Legend has it that in 1853, a chef named George Crumb was frustrated by a customer complaining about the thickness of his fried potatoes. In a moment of exasperation, he sliced them paper thin, fried them to a crisp, and seasoned them with extra salt. To his surprise, the customer loved them, and thus the potato chip was born. Another fascinating story is that of penicillin, discovered not through a planned experiment, but because of a messy lab. Alexander Fleming returned from a holiday to find a mold growing on his petri dishes, which had killed off surrounding bacteria. This chance discovery revolutionized medicine and saved millions of lives, underscoring how sometimes fortune favors the disorganized. Have you ever considered how geography influences history? The Panama Canal is a classic example of this. Before its completion in 1914, ships had to traverse the dangerous Cape Horn, making the journey from the Atlantic to the Pacific a perilous voyage. The canal, carved through the narrow Isthmus of Panama, redirected global trade routes and shortened travel time dramatically, boosting economic connections worldwide. Let's travel to the ancient Silk Road, a network of trade routes connecting the East and West. Its geography fostered not only the exchange of goods like silk and spices, but also ideas, culture, and even diseases. The spread of the Black Death in the 14th century is notably linked with these routes, illustrating how geography can influence events in unexpected ways. Talking about unexpected, consider how the geography of Japan as an island nation influenced its historic isolation. Until the mid-19th century, Japan maintained a policy of sakoku, or closed country, which limited foreign influence and preserved its unique culture for centuries, until Commodore Perry's famed black ships arrived to force open trade. Cultural shifts from the past continue to ripple through to our modern era in surprising ways. Consider the Renaissance, a cultural movement that began in Italy during the 14th century. It was a period of great artistic and intellectual explosion, leading to innovations in art, music, and science. The effects of the Renaissance can still be seen today, influencing everything from educational curricula to modern architectural designs. Another example is the Industrial Revolution, which began in the late 18th century. It transformed economies from agrarian to industrial, changing how people lived and worked. This shift laid the groundwork for modern capitalism and urbanization, affecting everything from city planning to the way we commute today. Lastly, think about the impact of the feminist movements. Starting in the late 19th century and evolving through the 20th century, these movements have shaped societal norms, leading to the progress we witness today in gender equality. These shifts highlight how past cultural movements continue to inform and shape our modern world. As we wrap up our exploration of history's unexpected impacts, it's clear that the past is not just a series of distant events, but a foundation upon which our modern world stands. From accidental inventions to the geographical quirks that redirected history, each story is a testament to the intricate tapestry of human experience. Everyday items, trade routes, cultural norms, we can trace so many aspects of our lives back to the twists and turns of history. So next time you pop a potato chip or use your microwave, think about the fascinating stories and serendipities that brought them to your table. If you enjoyed these stories, don't forget to hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe for more captivating historical insights. As history continues to echo through our lives, there's always more to discover. Until next time, on Tell Me the History.